Hello Aries, Archie Dunlop here with your horoscope for the weekend of January the 13th and 14th, 2024. You start the weekend, I think, in quite good spirits. You can see that there are plenty of opportunities for having fun, and your social skills are going to be good. And if you go to parties, get-togethers, other gatherings, you should have a good time. I think it'll be nice that you can meet people without having to make commitments. You can be detached, and you don't have to necessarily hang out with one group of people for too long. You can sort of move from one place to another, and that's great. But as you move into Sunday, things do change. I think, as Sunday progresses, it starts to become clear to you that you're not particularly interested in socializing. What was fun on Saturday may not be so fun on Sunday, and you may start to really appreciate your own company. And I think that's fine. I think this is a time when, Aries, if you're an Aries, when you really do have to recharge your batteries, and you might come to the conclusion, that certain people are not really worth the effort, and perhaps they're not giving you everything you want and need. They may not be particularly nurturing, but by the same token, you may not be particularly nurturing yourself. You're just not really in the mood for engaging with people on Sunday. Nonetheless, when you do interact over the whole weekend, I think you can come over as actually being quite a powerful person. You will speak with great authority, but on both Saturday and Sunday. It will be absolutely clear that you know what you're talking about. And I think, this particularly applies to situations when people want to know whether something is possible or legal, or, whether some activity is worth doing, and you will be very sure about what is possible and what is not possible. And, in certain situations, you can almost sort of lay down the law. And while all this is going on, Mercury is changing sign. Mercury changes sign from Sagittarius into Capricorn. So Mercury moving into Capricorn is probably a good thing, at least for an Aries, because it allows you to think and plan. While Mercury was in Sagittarius, there was a certain indecisiveness on your part, and I think the indecisiveness on your part was about having to consider different ideas because you weren't sure. So because you weren't sure, you had to consider a number of different possibilities. But the moment Mercury moves into Capricorn, suddenly it does become clear. You started off with maybe 20 possibilities, and then you narrow it down, and maybe by the time you hit Sunday, there may be only one possibility. And mentally, you may be starting to focus on just one thing. And I do think that is really entirely positive. You can see the path, and perhaps over the weekend, this is a path which you want to dedicate yourself to. So, I think that is good news. And Mercury doesn't just stay in Capricorn for just one day; it stays there for a few weeks. So you are going to be focused. Now, as far as other people are concerned, I've already suggested that other people are going to be a bit of a problem. I think I was particularly thinking about sort of friends, colleagues, people you find yourself having to meet. But in terms of people you are really close to, like partners, spouses, partners, could be business partners, could be romantic partners, whatever. A bit of tension is coming in. I think that you may find the behavior of the people close to you a bit troubling. You might find them to be a bit erratic. You expected them to behave in one way, and they're starting to behave in another way, and you're not very happy about that. I think that in some respects, this is about certain people wanting their freedom, and being an Aries, a freedom-loving Aries, you should respect that. If people want to express themselves in ways they haven't expressed themselves before, and if they want to do things out of the blue which you hadn't expected, then don't rush to condemnation. Just because your life is messed up, or you have to change your plans, doesn't mean that you should be rude. You should, in many cases, just let people do what they need to do. But do remember what I said about Aries being in a position to lay down the law. You do have a clear idea about what is advisable and what is not advisable. So if someone wants to do something crazy and you can see that it's a crazy thing to do, then yeah, you can stop them doing it. That might cause a lot of aggravation, but that is something that really can't be helped. So overall, Aries, I think it's probably a useful weekend. I think your brain is going to be on good form. You're going to have a clear sense of what you should be doing. It's a good weekend for planning. But as far as having fun is concerned, having a good time, I'm not so convinced, particularly on Sunday. I think on Sunday you are going to find people, a bit tedious. You're not really going to be in the mood for going out, socializing. If you do go out and socialize, you might be disappointed. So yeah, Sunday may not be a great day, unless, of course, you're planning on doing something of something of a business or career nature. So yeah, so that's the weekend. Could be worse, could be better. Thank you for listening, and I will talk to you again very soon.